Hi guys, welcome to Simple IT Solution. Today we are going to see one important interview question that is based on the relationships in Java. So might that will ask in different ways. That is like what is the relationships in Java? What is a relationship and what is a has a relationship? Again, that will ask like what is the aggregation and what is the composition. So basically, there are two types of relationships in Java. One is inheritance relationship. We can call as is a relationship to inheritance relation. And there is a association relation. We can call that as a has a relation. Again, association is divided into two parts. One is aggregation and another is a composition. We'll see these all things in detail. Let's check that. So what is the inheritance? Inheritance means we are deriving the properties from parent in its child. So there is a parent, there is some properties, unique things available with the parent. So that properties are derived in its child. So child is having all the things from its parent. So here I took one simple example, which is bank related. So for example, it's a real time example. That's why I took a bank example. So for example, I have a bank account or I have a bank class, and bank having type of banks. So basically, uh, might be there are commercial banks, public sector bank, private sector banks, foreign banks. This kind of banks available nowadays. So I created a bank class, and then I took an example of SBI. So SBI extending the bank. So the properties available with the bank, all properties derived from bank to the SBI. So the relationship between bank and SBI is I mean that is a relationship. So we can say SBI is a bank, right? SBI is a bank. In future, if I created a ICICI class, then I'll extend the bank with the ICICI class, and we can say ICICI is a bank, right? So if I try I try to say like bank is a SBI, then that is not possible. I mean the relationship from bank to SBI, that is not possible. For example, if I say bank is a ICICI, bank is a SBI, that is not the correct. So the relationship between SBI and bank is a kind of relations. Let me go for next. So why inheritance is required? Basically, inheritance is required for reusability. So in our case, we write a class that is the account. Then I created one child class which is SBI, and I extend the account class in SBI. In future, if I want to give a support to ICICI, then I'll create a ICICI class and I'll extend the account class with the ICICI. So that means I reused, right, that account class. So we can achieve the reusability with the inheritance. Then due to the reusability, the cost of the project will reduce. So it will reduce the cost. Then uh, the next feature is easy to maintenance. Let's see, in future if I want to add one property which is common to whole banks, then just I'll go into the parent class, right, and just I'll add the property whatever I want to add. Or if I don't want any one property, I want to remove one property that is not in use, that is not usable, then just I'll go and I'll remove the common property from the parent class, and that's it. That will solve my issue, right? So it is easy to maintenance. So that's it for this inheritance. Let's check another. So next relationship or relation is association. So what is the association? Basically, association is maintained through the objects. We can maintain the association through the objects only. So basically, if I have one class and one class having a relationship with, I having association with another class, then I will use the instance of that class in this class. So here I had took account and bank. So account, bank having relationship on account. So just I inject or I provided the object or reference of account into the bank. So this is a has a relationship. So if I say like this, account has a bank, that is not possible, right? But if I say bank has an account, yeah, that is the way, right? We can say so. Bank has an account is kind of has a relationship. So bank is having a account. Bank is referencing the object of account. That's why we are saying like a bank has a account. So this is the has a relationship. Let's check next. So again, association is derived into two parts. One is aggregation and one is a composition. So let's see what is the aggregation here. So aggregation means the two entities are not tightly dependent on each other. So basically, if there are two entities or two classes that is having its separate existence, they can exist without each other, with each other. For example, I have an account class and I have a credit card class. There are accounts available into the bank who don't have credit card, and nowadays banks are offering credit card to those customers who don't have account in a bank. So account is available without a credit card, and credit card is available without an account, and might be account having a, the customer who have account, he have a credit card, right? So we are giving the credit card to the existing account holders. So sometimes accounts having a relation with credit card, but that is not the tightly dependent. So that kind of relations we can say as a aggregation. So let's go for next, which is composition. So compositions are tightly dependent on each other. We can say two entities are tightly dependent on each other. There is no single existence. That means if we have account class and personal information class, then we can say like this. For example, we have account and account don't have the name of account holder. Now what is the use of that account? If account itself is not having the name of the account holder, then there is no use or there is no meaning of that account. So account should have its personal information. If I go for personal information class or object, then if there is no account, then what is use of that personal information class or object? That is meaningless, right? Because there should something which we have to map the personal information, otherwise there is no meaning of personal information. So this is a tightly coupled with each other. That is the composition. That's it guys for today. Thanks for watching this video.